Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your reading, and I've pulled for you the Eight of Jades. The Eight of Jades is describing your work ethic, your ability to perfect your skills, to gain more knowledge and expertise in the areas where you're already strong, to become better as a human being and as a person, understanding that that is inextricably linked with your success as preparation for whatever opportunities move toward you, so that you understand that you are improving upon yourself, your life, and your skills as a way of being ready for opportunities that you are manifesting or envisioning for yourself. This is a general reading. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome again. In your present, you have the World card. This is describing a closing out of a cycle, a finishing up of something that you started some time ago. This can be anything from the end of a project, a new relationship, closing out an old one. Um, this can be a change in employment, or it can be a change in status in any one of those areas. So this closure is about evaluating what you've gained from this experience, in addition to whatever rewards and recognition you have gained. What is of most salient value is the lessons learned that have prepared you for the next step you're taking. And it feels very clearly that this is an as one door closes, one door opens moment for you. In the past, the Hanged One. This is a couple of different things coming through. There has been the delay, perhaps, in something that you have been working on, something you have been perfecting. And I use that word advisedly. I just mean that you're improving something. Perfection is an illusory state, it is not human. This is about you hanging back from uh, opportunities, relationships, or changes in your particular field of employment or in your personal life as a way of processing the changes that you've made or experienced. And certainly in our world, there have been many changes that are affecting many institutions and causing them to reevaluate their services and audiences. You are undoubtedly a part of such a movement as part of an organization or an institution, but this has also affected the way that you are hoping to implement changes, perhaps in your organization or employment or in your own life. But this may be your contemplation of the perspective required to make this transition, to be a positive part of this transition, beneficial easing of the mission of an organization, for an example, into a new, broader mission that you are perhaps on the forefront of. In the future, the Warrior of Swords feels like a lot of the discussion and conversation that is required, the negotiation in evaluating where things have failed or have stopped working, and where the assumptions need to be challenged, where what was once believed to be the need of an audience or a group is now understood differently, or you're doing the work to gather up the information, the data, the experience around what is shifted for whom. And this is part of an overall evaluation, a needs assessment. regarding those in your field or in your environment that are a part of the change, supporting this change, or are in a position of transitioning out or onto something new. You are a thought leader in as much as your curiosity is what is helping to frame the questions that you ask of the group. So you're in a position of asking for information and listening without judgment, without an agenda, simply allowing in as many ideas as possible to circulate in order for a clear and open buy-in from those involved. You may be doing this as part of a job that you do for other organizations, other institutions. You may be doing it explicitly for your own profession, your own home, but you are giving and seeking advisement, giving and seeking more information. If this reading is resonating with you so far, Virgo, please like this video. Please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated so that I can continue to give free readings. And I pulled the love card. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. It seems to me, Virgo, you've gotten this card a few times lately. And there's a consistent theme here that keeps being repeated. Perhaps the personal love, the personal passion with which prompted you to begin the work that you do, the work that you are devoted for, that you are ideally suited for, uh, needs a higher level of integration into your work. You need to invest more of your emotional, cultural, social side into your work. It's important to you that your work answer your needs as well as the needs and services it provides to others. In the present, the World card is clarified by the Empress and the Magician. Wow. Yeah, I've just gotten chills, Virgo. This is all about you manifesting your power at the head of something substantial, the head of an organization, an environment, a project. You are in a position of not only building something with the resources, the contacts, the connections that you have, but this uniquely expresses you and gives you an outlet for your powerful energies and perception. You are, in many ways, a being of love. You understand the services you provide, whether in home or in the world, as an expression of love. The service you provide, you are deeply aligned and wedded to as a person. You see this as your necessity as a citizen of the world. You don't feel this is optional responsibility. And yet you are manifesting this beautiful, it almost feels like a cherry on top of work that you've already achieved, but you're taking it to a newer level. You are making something that was old totally new and in greater alignment with who you are. In the past, the Hanged One is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. You've moved away from that solitary life. I won't say it's the single life, but it feels to me like many of you that I'm speaking to are bachelors. And in order to cultivate the sense of mission and purpose and clarity about how to build on to your achievements, you've moved away from the sense of aloneness. You are independent financially and in every other way that is relevant to you. Your independence is important. so that you're able to make decisions on your own terms. You've cultivated your garden, you've created something comfortable, beautiful, stable, and secure for yourself. You regularly and consistently invest in yourself, but you're moving away from the solitary view of your world. You are investing more in the sense of intentional communities. And this is resonant with the placement of the planets right now. The Sun is conjuncting Pluto for the first time since Pluto moved into Aquarius. So we're looking at our intentions and how we can align with others who are similarly value our goals and our principles in moving forward as collectives, as groups of people. And so you're operating now with a desire to work as part of a team, part of a group, rather than in isolation or on your own. In the future, the Warrior of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So actually, this Knight of Swords is re-emphasized. I'm not sure if I called it the King of Swords in the past or not, but this idea that you are leading a discussion that hinges on the profound changes that you're making, not just in your work, because your work is a labor of love for you, whatever work you do, but this also impacts your personal domain, your domestic world, your personal sphere of relationships. You are severing ties with those from whom you've learned all that can be learned. And this again might belie a change in professional status, a change in your home life. This can be a break from a former environment or family grouping, but you are moving away and you're doing it with others in conversation and discussion as part of a discourse with others. This is about really culturally reshaping an organization, a project, and this comes from recognizing that the effort you make is no longer serving the audience you desire to serve. Somebody has been excluded. And it's likely that who you are is the biggest clue to who has been left out. Even if you've worked your whole life to include your perspective, your culture, your language, whatever it is, you understand at a larger institutional, there is still an absence that you are determined to fill. I'm going to finish up this reading, Virgo, with a crystal oracle. Hoping this reading has been helpful to you. And I have pulled the Amazonite. And the mantra is speak from your heart. Who needs this? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde, which I might add is your ruling planet. It is no longer retrograde, by the way. Where to put it? Place Amazonite below the throat. Relax your jaw and ask for the courage to speak your truth. When to use it? When your inner child wants to talk with you, ask yourself what little you really want from life. Does it sound like what current you would want if you would just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. I hope that was clear. I'm going to read it again. Ask yourself what little you really want from life. Does it sound like what current you would want if you could just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. I think this is spot on for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.